one and all to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast here on YouTube and Spotify, folks. I am your King of Extreme, Phil KOE, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes the other podcast cower, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the lord of the Scottish Highlands, the conqueror of the ethereal, and one damn handsome man if I do say so myself. You can find me, of course, at KOE Nation on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. And I am joined for this Summerslam prediction with my indomitable broadcast partner, the one, the only,
the non-Kappa friendly, the always controversial, the 13-time champion, the thrice banned on TikTok bad boy, Tony fucking G. Like, share, subscribe, folks. We are here to predict WWE SummerSlam 2022. Can you believe it? We're here. It's real. It's time. The temperature's hot outside, folks, and it's just going to get hotter, and we're going to dissect every inch of it.
My soul's on fire, feeling hot, hot, hot. Yes. Yes, that's the appropriate summer song. So, T, this is in Nashville, Tennessee. Tennessee.
Phil, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop
for a
you
little
right
bit of
there.
wrestling.
Look, Phil, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you right there. Look, I was in Nashville in January of this year. So basically, you and Chicken need to kiss my ring and just admit defeat because I was there months ago. So obviously, I've got a major advantage over you guys.
Obviously, clearly. So
obviously,
folks,
never mind the fact that the CEO and creative head of the company for 40 years just stepped down. That has nothing to do with anything.
No,
that can't have any impact on storytelling.
No,
and, folks, I'll be frank. Yeah,
it will be business as usual.
Yeah, as your 13-time champ, I don't feel good about this because literally fucking anything could happen.
Yep.
I don't know. And honestly, I'm okay with it. I would be great with losing this belt this weekend if it meant that we are actually, for once, going to take advantage of a unfortunate situation and actually hit reset. This is not that moment 4 years ago where they said, we hear you and we're going to give you what you want, and then proceed to not give you anything that you want. This is an opportunity to give the fans what they want. Let's see what happens. Let's see if there's something fresh, something new, something, dare I say it, entertaining.
Well, I'll just be shocked if we get to see some wrestling again. Or if they could just say the word wrestling again.
Just the word wrestling alone would be
belt.
Nice, wouldn't it?
That'd be
or
nice.
Hospital.
No, it's a medical facility, Tony. But with all that being said, let's get right into the first match, T.
All right, folks. Yes, it is late on Thursday evening. We are getting into SummerSlam 2022. Here's the card. Let's predict this fucking thing, all right? We are starting off with, I can't even believe this. God damn it. This is one of those things that had so much, God damn it.
I'm sorry, Dominic looks like one of those guys that won a sweepstakes to get to have dinner with Rey Mysterio or something. And they just kind of kept going with it. So we've got Finn Balor. We've got Sexy Vampires 1 and 2 versus the Mysterio family. Yeah. I'm sorry. If I was making a Blade remake for 2022 and I had to cast Sexy Vampire 1 and 2, you're looking at them on the screen. Okay?
Well, I mean, don't forget about Triple H. He was in Blade Trinity. Look, you've got Dom and Rey Mysterio versus not Edge, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley.
We could just call him not Edge for the rest of
and they've been relegated to Saturday night's main event. It's dog shit, so nobody cares.
They're Retribution 2.0 now.
Yeah, so he got in this one, Phil.
Fuck it. Baby faces, Dom and Rey. What the fuck? It's
As much as I
SummerSlam.
want to pick the underdogs here, they did kind of, sort of. Well, no, yeah, no. They got buried on Raw. I'm going with the heels here. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna go with Balor and Priest because I don't care.
All righty.
Is that good enough reason?
The sexy vampires over the Familia.
I better keep track of this because Phil, we are without our third partner compadre.
The Big Buckin' Emperor Chicken, which you can find him
Buckin'.
over at Big Buckin' Empire on YouTube and Facebook. Check him out. But he has until the ring of the first bell of the first match to get his predictions into us. So it's not the end of the world.
Okay, so I've got Judgment Day. You've got the Mysterios. Okay.
All right. We've got some differences.
This should be a good match, should it not?
There's 3 people in it that will be very good.
Name them.
Not Dominic Mysterio.
Okay, good enough. Thank you, Phil, for being completely fucking honest today. All right.
I don't mean to. Holy shit!
No.
I still can't believe this is a thing.
This is a real thing, Phil. Logan Paul versus The Miz. This is a real thing. And here's the thing. Is it not
one of the biggest fucking superstars in the world? One of the most recognized names. No, don't get him in there with Roman. No, don't get him in there with Brock. No, don't put that superstar rub on somebody who tried to. No, get him in there with The Miz.
I'm just saying, like, is it not fucking ridiculous that we're at a point where, like, Logan Paul, Pat McAfee, and Bad Bunny are all regarded as more badass wrestlers than actual superstars of the WWE?
Yeah, gone are the days when, like, oh God, Mr. T better worry about Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, gone are those days. Like, Jesus, like, I'm sorry. Like, there is no, like, I'm going to be honest. I know Paul can fucking go. I know he can.
Yeah, no, we've seen it. The guy is a legitimate badass.
So it's like, what do you think's going to happen between Brock and Miz? I wonder.
Right.
I really, because, like, now the thing is, Paul doesn't really have that energy of, I could just go into business for myself at any minute. Like, he doesn't give off that kind of vibe. Brock does. Brock gives off the vibe of, I don't give a fuck, and I could just go into business for myself and fuck you up at any time. But yeah, Paul really could if he wanted to. He could just one uppercut, and the Miz is out in the middle of the ring. And so
he really did cement himself as one of the standouts at WrestleMania. Like, this is a guy who actually takes wrestling seriously, and he's not a wrestler.
In the right way, too.
Yeah.
It's like, because, like, we all, like, I'll admit I popped for Bad Bunny, but I also get that that's respecting wrestling, but kind of in the wrong way. Like, so I can understand.
And even though, like, this guy does approach wrestling with some respect, who do you actually have in this match?
Logan Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Why would you sign this guy and have him do anything but beat Miz flat, clean 1, 2, 3 and move him on to bigger and better things? What would be the point?
I said it better myself. You can't fucking book this guy to lose to the Miz. Look, the guy came in with the Miz as a tag team partner for WrestleMania. They won, and then Miz flattened his ass. This is the comeback. This is the payback. And anything other than a Logan Paul victory here would be fucking utterly ridiculous. Am I wrong?
I know, but what I forget who said it. It was one of the predictor commentators had a really good one where it was, the unfortunate reality of it, though, is that Miz could, like, kick a puppy, he could, like, slap an old lady, and he could, like, set some building on fire, and the people are still going to be cheering him like he's the fucking second coming because they hate Paul so fucking much. So it's going to be
it was really awkward because on Raw they did not know who was heel, who was face. Maurice came out
Oh,
and
it's AEW.
stumbled through a god awful promo. It was so bad. Like, this could have been
Who's a
so
heel? Who's a
good.
face?
It was so bad. It was so bad. Like, this could have been so much better. I was very, very disappointed in this
Well,
one.
he's
I
going to be
actually
out on
looking
his
forward to
own.
the match
We're
show
going to see
because
how he
Logan
does.
Paul's actually an athlete in the Miz, whether you like it or not. Good wrestler, but yeah, Paul's gonna win.
Well, he can go, but like so can Adam Cole. But
There
it's
you
still like, yeah. Let's see.
An actual wrestling match. We've seen this a few times.
Yeah, these two
We
girls
just
might
saw it
put
at
on the only wrestling.
WrestleMania. It was probably women's match of the year, but we're getting the rematch. Bianca Belair defending the Raw Women's title.
Oh, you mean their match last year at
defeated.
SummerSlam? It was the match of the year, right?
Okay, so SummerSlam last year, Becky dethrones Bianca for the title.
In
Bianca
how many seconds?
Crawls back like 5. Regains the title over Becky at WrestleMania. Now we've got the trilogy, folks. Bianca's defending against Becky. This one, I have really, really high hopes because this one at WrestleMania, I actually expected to be a dud. This one was actually really fucking good. Now they're going to be even more seasoned with each other. I have very, very high expectations for this. I really do. I'm excited for this. I'm actually looking forward to this. Phil, what are you thinking?
I'm going to let you go first on this one.
Oh, okay. So I'm of two minds to this. This one is actually very, very tough for me to pick because I did pick Becky to retain WrestleMania because I'm like, okay, they can have Becky retain, and then at Backlash, then that's when it would be a shocking upset. You know, the champ retains at WrestleMania, and then at Backlash, Bianca gets the belt. But they didn't go that route. They gave Bianca another WrestleMania moment. So they do believe in her. So, for that alone, I'm going to go with Bianca Belair to retain. Just barely. And I mean barely. Because Becky Lynch's money, they're going to have something for her to do regardless, whether or not she wins this match. I'm just barely going to go with Bianca.
You know why I'm going to barely go with Becky? Because she's a member of a certain a group, T. A certain group of female wrestlers that have a certain in with a certain guy named Triple H.
Yep.
The 4 horsewomen. I think there's going to be last minute politicking. I think Bianca has gone into this for the last few weeks thinking she's actually going to win. But at the last minute, Becky's going to pull a 4 horsewomen, and at the last minute, she's going to be holding the strap up high. So I got Becky.
You've got Becky.
I got
really?
Becky. Yep. I think she's going to pull a horsewoman.
See, here's my thing, though. The horsewomen kind of fucking evaporated when half of the MMA horsewomen disappeared, and Sasha's gone now, and
but the girls that are left,
bank on any of that.
Pull.
You can't bank on any of that.
You are right. This is a new day, but I think they're also going to decide to go with the proven commodity in Becky. She sells tickets.
This one,
girls love her.
Either way.
The kids love her.
I can't disagree either way. Like this one could go either way. I really, really could.
I'm sticking with it.
This one.
Who do you have, and why is it Pat McAfee?
We got Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin.
Jesus, Happy Corbin just has no hope in life. Like, I mean, like he couldn't win a match for losing. Okay, like if the match is who can lose the most, Corbin would find a way to not win that either. Okay, like
Corbin is this generation's Kane. Like, he is a big guy, but he's the safest fucking worker in the business. Am I wrong?
I hate that at WrestleMania they had Drew McIntyre kick out of his finish to no fucking effect at all.
Oh, God.
Like, now here's the thing, like, it's like, why'd you even bother doing that? It's not like he's gonna be hitting his finish much over the next 5 years. It's like, yeah, that's not like something that's actually gonna happen. Oh,
so who do you have?
Pat McAfee
Okay, just wanted to clarify. Give you
by
another chance
more
to pick Corbin.
via more charisma.
So anybody who's not aware, these two guys.
Anyone who's not Happy Corbin wins. Are they? Hey, we've got this guy with 2 broken arms, and they're wrestling Happy Corbin. Oh, they're gonna go over Happy.
These two guys were legitimately, seriously NFL teammates for the Indianapolis Colts at one time. At the same time. Do you want to change your pick?
No.
Okay.
That means
No, I just want to give you a chance.
McAfee's gonna win even more. Like that. That's like Jesus. Like Corbin. Like will be lucky if.
Just look at his face. Look at the face of this guy. This is the face of I'm getting paid either way. I don't care.
Pin me, pay me. Happy Corbin, the Brooklyn brawler of our generation.
All right, this is legitimately the match that I'm probably looking for.
Yeah, this will be match of the night.
I'm not even fucking kidding. At Money in the Bank,
let you go
I said this. I said this flat out. I wasn't looking forward to this match because we've seen this match so many fucking times. The Usos or the Street Profits. I'm like, I don't care. I've seen this. I've seen it so many times. I don't give a shit. And then I actually watched the match. And oh my God. If FTR had not been putting on clinic after clinic after clinic, I would tell you right fucking now, Street Profits versus the Usos at Money in the Bank was tag team match of the year. Well, it was the best WWE tag team match of the year.
I'll give you that. No problem.
It wasn't even close. This was so stupid good. And the ending was fumbled. Had they been given the allotted time, oh shit, we might be having a different conversation right now. But this is going to be fucking stellar. The problem is we've got Jeff Jarrett as special guest referee, so we're expecting some chicanery.
Flap nuts.
And I can look past it because I have very, very, very high hopes for this. I really do.
Apple pie in the sky. Hopes.
Now, I went last time. I went first last time, Phil. You get to go first this time. I'm actually tossed up on this.
Okay. So we got the Usos versus the Street Profits.
I'm
Street Profits versus
pretty
Usos.
sure I know who I want. I'm pretty sure I know who I want.
What I think is going to happen is this is the moment. This is the stage where Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford go their separate ways. This is where one of them turns on the other and I think it's going to be Angelo turning on Montez because I've always been in your shadow and everyone's just waiting for you to break out like the big superstar you are. But no, I'm here too. And so that's going to cost them. And the Usos are going to become the undisputed tag team champions.
I like where your head's at. I couldn't actually agree more because finally, WWE is listening to the RWP. Strap a rocket to Montez Ford. The guy is going to the moon. You should be along for the fucking ride. This guy is money, and Angelo Dawkins is just holding him back. Sorry, not fucking sorry. Montez Ford for fucking world champion within 3 years. We both fucking know it, and it's true. The guy is charismatic.
I hate to say it. Has there been a more clear Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty? Has there been a more clear one? No,
this is it. This is it. But, Phil, they were beaten so snakily in the last match, and it was so fucking good. You've got to give this team one more win, one more very, very short run with the belts before breaking them up. That's why the Street Profits are going to win this match. And then within the next month, they're going to drop the belts to I don't give a fuck who. And then Montez Ford begins his singles run. But this is the swan song of the Street Profits, and they do so by winning at SummerSlam. I've got the
Ooh.
Profits.
Okay. Like, to me, I just think you're going to make an undisputed tag team champions. It needs to be the Usos. There's been no better workhorse tag team in the WWE for the last 7 years.
Yeah, well, you know what? Montez Ford is fucking amazing. So your argument is null and void.
Well, yes, but also keep in mind undisputed champion Roman, undisputed tag team champions, the Bloodline.
Well, you know, we'll get into that match later, Phil.
Now, okay, this one, if I may.
By all means.
This one, I had a really weird moment when I was thinking about this match. Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory. Maybe he'll even get his first name back now.
God, we can only hope.
And I was thinking, like, all right, who's gonna win this? Because like this is gonna sound like kind of an odd segue, but like I had a dog die last week, and it like you still have kind of that muscle memory of the animal being around you, and like it would jump over my lap and jump out. And so there was a couple of times when I'd open the door to my truck, I'd kind of have that muscle memory of waiting for the dog to jump over. And I had the weirdest, very similar memory where I was thinking, like, okay, Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory. And this was like my muscle memory jerk of like, well, Vince loves those big, muscly guys. So obviously, shit. None of that doesn't matter anymore. And so like, yeah, so like Bobby Lashley will in a weird way always kind of have that spot in my mind of God, all the weird memories are always Bobby Lashley. But
True.
I gotta say, that was a very strange, sobering moment, but I think Austin Theory is going to be looking at the lights for a while as a very subtle way to tell the old man back home, we're not doing it your way anymore. And it's really too bad because Austin Theory is one of the best fucking talents that have come along in a while, and they're going to bury him just to make a point to a 77-year-old man.
I've been saying it for like
Bobby.
3 fucking years. Austin Theory is a prodigy. God damn it.
God, he's one of the best kept secrets in wrestling. But like Al Snow said, you know, it'd be nice if the secret eventually got out.
Right. All right. So who you got?
Bobby. Do we love Bobby?
God damn it. I really wish I could fucking disagree with you. I can't though. It's gonna be Lashley. But here's the thing. It has to be Lashley because there is still Nope, I'm not even gonna get into it. Not yet. I can't do it.
To me, it's kind of like these two guys, Rick Grills, like, boy, we were Vince's fucking pet project chosen boys. What does fucking Monday look like for us?
There's more to talk about Theory. There's more to talk about Theory coming up. Because
Steve
next
Austin
up,
coming back?
No.
Probably never again
Liv
now.
And Ronda. Phil, how excited are you for this?
Now, was it? Who was Ronda's first loss to? Was it Natalya or was it Liv?
No, Ronda's first loss. Technically, no, she didn't.
It was a tag match against, either. It was one of the they made that their first.
It was.
Yeah, it's either Liv or
right.
It was
You're right. It was. It was a random tag match on Raw, but then she lost a triple threat at WrestleMania. Becky and Charlotte.
Yep.
And then, really, she's only had like 3 or 4, and then Liv.
So is
Money in the Bank.
This is for the title, right?
This is for the title. Yes, this is the rematch. After the Money in the Bank cash in, yes.
I'm going to go ahead and say Ronda.
Oh, man. I am torn on this so fucking hard.
Really?
I am.
Can Ronda Rousey, the former UFC champion, beat the 110-pound fucking model?
Oh my God, Phil, we're not talking about reality here. Like, this is not even remotely close. If we're talking about an actual UFC fight, Ronda dismembers this girl. If we're talking about a street fight, Ronda dismembers this girl. If we're talking about WWE booking to appease the smarks, this is almost 50-50. I'm going to go with Liv. I don't have a good reason.
If Liv
I
wins
wish I
this
did.
match, then Nick Khan has too much power.
Honestly, like the only reason I'm picking Liv is because I don't think Ronda wants to be there. Liv does. That's it.
When does that ever
reasoning.
stop them from putting a belt on somebody?
Phil, that's
Brock
all I
Lesnar?
got. I don't have good reasoning. This is going to be a bad match.
Oh,
Phil, this is going to be
well,
the
I was
worst
about
match
to say
of the
this when we're going back on the match of the year. This is not going to be one that we're going to be like, oh, and then there
year.
was
No, this
Liv
is going to
Morgan
be
versus
dog
Ronda
shit,
Rousey.
and I'm not even looking forward to anything about this. So no, I'm
Like,
sorry.
think about like during the '90s, we were talking about the Attitude Era earlier on a previous show, and could you imagine two wrestlers of that level of experience being put on television? Now, wait, I take that back because Sable was put on TV. So
yeah,
yeah,
Phil,
I
tread lightly.
was about to say, but like, no, I'm just saying, like they're like Liv is still kind of green, as much as I hate to say, and Ronda just isn't like some ring aficionado yet. They are fucking featured prominently. So, like,
Yeah.
it's like
No, I
could
get
you
it.
imagine that? Yeah, well, so we move on
All
to
right,
the main event.
here's the thing. We're almost to the main event. Look, I'm putting myself at a major disadvantage by going ahead and giving you this option. But look, I'm a fighting champion, and the fact is, I'm probably not going to be there for the review on Saturday. Okay, I have just a fuck ton of prior commitments this weekend. This is going to be bad for me. I'm probably not going to be there for the review. I'll try to get in the end, but I can't make any promises. I'm your tramp. I'm a defending champion, and if I lose the belt, it is
And
what
you're
it
a
is.
tramp. You just said it.
Fuck off, Phil. You haven't. You know what, motherfucker? You won the belt without even being here, and you lost the belt without even being here. So kiss my red pen. Fuck off. Anyway,
I'm very
look.
efficient.
Oh yeah. That's the word. Efficient. Look. Here's the thing. We've got the main event. We know what the main event is. We're going to talk about it in just a second. Brock Lesnar, one-on-one for supposedly the last time with the undisputed champion, Roman Reigns. This actually does intrigue me because their WrestleMania match did get cut short. So they do have a few tricks up their sleeve that they did not get to showcase in the spring. So I am looking forward to that. But other than that, yes, this is going to be their greatest hits with maybe a couple extra little caveats included. So I am intrigued for that. Both of these guys I do really, really enjoy, especially right now. I am looking forward to this, and I don't care who judges me for it. Fuck off. These guys are money. Phil, what do you think? Give me the skinny on this. What are you thinking?
Brock knows how to get people's attention in last time ever matches. He's really good at that. He pulled me back into wrestling with him and the Undertaker going
Right?
their Hell in a Cell match in 2015 will be the last time they ever
Yep.
wrestle. And he held
Yep.
to it.
Yeah.
And so honestly, if this is the last time Brock and Roman wrestle, that is historic. But at the same time, how many more times are we going to be going back to this well? Like, the two of them have main evented WrestleMania 3 times. Okay, like this is
Yep. 3.
starting to get a touch excessive. And so I think this would call for, now granted, if I had my druthers, I would have made big promotion out of last time ever Brock Roman, and I'd have done it at WrestleMania. Or at least WrestleMania Saudi Arabia. Which that's coming in the next 18 months. So There's going to be a WrestleMania for every fucking state of the union. A WrestleMania Canada, a WrestleMania UK, a WrestleMania Saudi Arabia, a WrestleMania fucking Australia. It's coming. In fact, they could fill up a whole fucking calendar with WrestleManias in different spots. So that's coming.
So I could persuade you both ways on this match, and I don't want to.
Well, yeah. Let me go first here because
Yeah,
what I think is going to happen.
I have an argument both ways.
Paul is finally going to pick. And he's going to pick you, my tribal chief. Oh, you, my tribal chief. And he's going to deliver the final Brutus-like betrayal to Brock Lesnar. And that is going to be what allows Roman Reigns to hold his hands high. And Brock Lesnar is going to go back to Canada for a while. And if they need to get somebody else over, or if he wants to wrestle Bobby Lashley again at Mania, they'll bring him back. He'll become like Undertaker. He'll make more money than anybody in that whole company showing up once a year. And that's where I think it's going to go. So I think Roman Reigns is going to win the belt here. He's going to retain, and he's going to retain it all the way to WrestleMania, where he will face Cody Rhodes.
Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Yep. Heard it here first, folks.
That's a good take. That's a nice take. Oh, Phil, there's a problem, though. There's a problem with your take. God,
You don't think Brock is going to take it, do you?
Here's the thing, Phil. Just go with me on a journey here for a second. We have the anomaly that is Austin Theory. Theory. Mr. Money in the Bank, currently. Theory. They've been teasing this very, very heavily on all the programs. Theory intends to cash in at SummerSlam, whether it's before the match, during the match, or after the match. He fully intends to cash in his Money in the Bank sometime at SummerSlam. And at one point, Mr. Money in the Bank was a statistical guarantee to walk away the champion. Now, does that have any impact on the outcome of the Brock versus Roman match? Not necessarily, because we're picking Brock versus Roman. Brock versus Roman could end without a hiccup. One winner, no chicanery, is what it is. We're talking about a statistical anomaly. We're not picking a statistical anomaly. And you're picking Roman, and Roman is the favorite here. And it's ridiculous to think that Roman's the favorite over Brock Lesnar. Yet, Phil,
but he's got the bloodline. He's got Heyman.
I don't care about the bloodline. I don't care about Heyman. I want you to consider one thing. I want you to consider one thing specifically. Two things, actually. Roman Reigns has been the pet project of one Vincent Kennedy McMahon. VKM just retired. And if you'll recall, in early 2020, myself and you traveled south to Houston, Texas, and we watched Drew McIntyre win the 2020 Royal Rumble. And then in 2020,
Tony,
COVID-19 hit. Phil, let me finish.
That was the last Royal Rumble that was produced and managed by Pat Patterson and Vince McMahon.
It was. And we watched Drew McIntyre in front of a crowd of full crowd in Houston, Texas, win the Royal Rumble. And then a couple short months later, Juan the title over Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania in front of a crowd of crickets.
Mm-hmm.
Just this last week, Phil, Drew McIntyre became the number one contender. Phil, this Saturday at SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar is going to beat Roman Reigns. And then at WWE Clash at the Castle, Drew McIntyre is going to get his WrestleMania moment in front of a crowd of fucking screaming, rabid, insane fucking fans. Drew McIntyre is going to get his fucking moment, and it's going to come at the cost of Roman Reigns losing at day 699 at SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar is going to beat Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, and then he's going to drop the belt to Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. You fucking heard it here.
Well, T. So, wow, we got two very different, diverging ideas here. Now, nice. Because you think in a couple months they'll put the undisputed, like, to me, I think they're not going to prostitute the undisputed title like that. They're going to keep it on Roman for a good long time.
It's barely undisputed, Phil. Let's be honest.
Well, in WWE, it's one of their.
They can renege on this at any point. There's still two individual titles. Roman can still have one of those titles at any given time. Just because
I think
Theory wants to cash in on one, or Drew wants to challenge
Tony,
for another.
They've fired 150 wrestlers over the last 12 months. I think it's time to consolidate the titles for a while. So like I have no problem with this.
That would be neat. That would be.
I mean, they're doing it with the tag team belts.
Wishful thinking.
So, like, I'll be honest. Yours does give us the shiny new thing, and it does appease the fans. It appeases the fans in England like tremendously when they do the Clash at the Castle. That'll be fucking huge.
It's Drew McIntyre.
But
it's the UK crowd. It's the WrestleMania moment that he was robbed of. It's too perfect, Phil.
They'll just give him the Intercontinental title as a fucking consolation prize.
That this is going to happen, and the fact that you didn't think of it first is going to haunt you.
This could happen, Tony, but I'm sorry. When Paul delivers the final betrayal to Brock, and he is now fully behind his tribal chief.
Yeah.
You're going to see Roman, he's carrying that belt to Mania, and he will go up against Cody Rhodes. And Tony,
no. Roman's going to face The Rock, and he's going to beat The Rock, and no belt will be on the line.
At Hollywood. Now, I would say you think they'd be able to. Well, Nick Khan and Rock are the best friends. Well, Rock might be the only big star that Nick Khan can actually pull in. So I guess we're going to need to try to go to Mania in LA now. But watch The Rock. What will definitely be The Rock's last match, like without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that's
Rock, Roman, yeah, that's it. That's it.
That one without a shadow of a doubt. But I'm sticking with Roman because that makes sense for Cody. It makes sense for The Rock.
It's a safe bet. Actually, it's the favorable bet, and I can't begrudge you at all. But
yeah,
I do have a question. Now, this does not impact me, but it will impact you, and it will impact Chicken. And since you're here and you're live, I'm going to give you the first crack at it, because between you and Chicken, there has to be a tiebreaker point. Should I fall behind in points, you and Chicken have to have a tiebreaker if you are tied and I'm behind. So, since you are here and Chicken is nigh, I'm going to give you first crack. Since it's been heavily speculated, will there be a cash in of the Money in the Bank? That is the tiebreaker point. Yes or no. I'm not getting specific with it. All I need is a yes or no.
I'm going to go with no, just because statistically that puts me in better, grounds. Because if you're going to bet on a cash in not happening on any given night versus it's going to, you're statistically always in better, you're in better standing. But like I'm thinking, God damn, just 20 minutes ago, I was thinking the likelihood of Austin Theory cashing in is almost 100%. So
it is, but maybe not.
Well, what happens if Brock did what he did to Braun Strowman and just cut his momentum out from under him and made everyone but Brock look like an idiot that night, and he just takes his suitcase and tosses it, shit like that. So I'm seeing something like that actually happening. They might tease it, but it doesn't actually happen.
I'm with you on this, because I think at first, when the idea was kind of floated into my mind, I'm like, oh my God, this makes too much sense. Theory's going to cash in. Nobody's going to see it coming. And then literally all they did was push it down our throats that Theory's going to cash in. I'm like, well, now if he cashes in, I'm going to be disappointed, because this is stupid. I don't want him to cash in now. I don't. I want it to be a surprise. I want it to be good, because he's a prodigy. He's a talent. He looks the part, and he's young. This guy has all the tools. Make it fucking special. But no, for the last 3 weeks, all we've heard is this guy's going to cash in, and he's completely fucking inept against the actual main eventers. So please, do some fucking service to a guy who's a legitimate wrestler, has a legitimate future, and you've already got a reason to push the guy. Stop fucking it up. Please. Don't do it this week. Don't do it this weekend. My God. Theory, please.
All right, folks. It is SummerSlam. So we got some picks to go through. Tony said that him and Phil already knocked them out. So here I am Friday morning, actually moving today. They're loading up the truck right now. So I'll make this quick so I don't feel like an asshole while everybody else is working, and I'm not. Who am I kidding? I'll take as much time as I want. Judgment Day versus Mysterios. I am picking Mysterios, mainly because we saw Rhea Ripley just totally kick everybody's ass. You can do the go-home math on here. You kind of want the Mysterios to have the babyface win. I'm giving up on the thought that they might do some kind of heel turn or whatever. But what I see happening in this one is likely something with Edge that's going to help put over the Mysterios in this match. Don't know what exactly that'll be. But yeah, that's kind of where my mind's at. We got Logan Paul versus The Miz. It looks like, I'm trying to think. I think the last thing we seen was The Miz and they were tag team and beating up on Paul. So again, go home math, face, gonna get the win. Somehow Logan Paul's gonna be the good guy in all this. Taking Logan Paul for the win. Will it be clean? Who knows? I'm sure there'll be some chicanery in this whole deal. Belair versus Becky. Now with the recent changes in management, there's a couple of these, I don't know. But I'm going to assume that no major decisions are going to be altered for this pay-per-view, even though there is no Vince. And I think we're going to need some time to see what happens there. So I am going to stick with Bianca to retain. I don't think the feud with Becky's over. I'm curious. I'm curious to see what's going to happen here long term. My cigarette went out because I'm talking too much. Anyway, yeah, I'm taking Bianca for the win. We got Liv versus Ronda. This is another one where I think could go either way. I don't see why you take a natural face right now and continue this feud. I think you have to put Liv over and finalize this and make her legit now. I know Charlotte's coming back soon. There's all kinds of different things that we can, shuffle around because it was supposed to be Ronda Charlotte, I do believe. Well, maybe I'm wrong on that. Might be mixing my brands up. But either way, I hope that we just put Liv over. I want to see Ronda turn heel because that's honestly, that's what we all want to see because that's more entertaining than what she's been doing. So maybe this is the catalyst to get there. Maybe Ronda wins and turns heel. I don't know. I think Ronda should be doing some, maybe some work with some others. I don't want to see her with Liv. I think Liv's got to have like a big feud, a long-lasting feud to get her to WrestleMania. Will they keep it on her that long? I don't know, but it'd be fun to watch. But yeah, I don't know. The crowd pops for her. They love her. She's a natural star, so don't take it off of her and squash her like you've done to others in the past, for the love of God. Corbin versus McAfee. There's too many freaking... I want to say McAfee's going to win this one. Corbin attacked him at the booth, I think was the last thing I seen. So again, the go-home math would tell you that McAfee's going to get his revenge. I'll probably wrong on that one. But I'm going to pick McAfee. Usos and Street Profits. I'm sticking with Usos to retain. Hopefully, this will be the end of the Street Profits. I want to see them in singles. I'm tired of them being tagged. They're too good. And they should be singles. So, hate me. I don't care. Lashley versus Theory. This is a funny one because I know Phil was like, wow, McMahon's gone and the big beefy Lashley's not going to be the choice of Mr. McMahon. Well, yeah, but Theory, who the fuck's going to defend Theory now? Like, is Theory really the future of the company? Like, if McMahon's gone, who's going to save him now? I don't know. This one, toss up for me, could go either way. I don't think Theory is the future U.S. champ. It doesn't make sense to me. There's some other names coming back. There's other people we need to get into the mix. I think Kevin Owens would be a great person to take it off of Lashley down the road. I don't think Lashley holds it long, but he does retain on this round. And then Lesnar versus Reigns. Lesnar pretty much told us how this one's going to end. If we don't get Vince, you don't get me. So I don't see any reason to put it on Lesnar, and he's not going to be around for much of this much longer. I think that's pretty obvious. And this isn't the way to end the Reigns feud, because that's probably going to come down to Cody Rhodes sometime in the future. I think that's what the big build's going to be for WrestleMania next year. Hopefully I'm wrong on that. I don't like that idea, but whatever. Hopefully that'll change. Come on, Triple H. And then the tiebreaker, will there be a cash-in attempt? So if Theory, it works in the way I lined up the matches. So if Theory loses, then he has all the reason to want to cash in, but then he would lose again, because, again, you're not taking it off of Roman. And who else would you want to cash it in on? And if Theory... No, he's not cashing in. I wouldn't have him cash in tonight unless there's some... No, I'm just going to stick with no. I'm not going to speculate anymore. No. That's the tiebreaker. All right, folks. Well, hopefully, next time you see me, I got that belt back around my shoulder and away from Tony fucking G and that rapscallion ne'er-do-well Phil KOE. Be home to the real champ, the people's champ. Appreciate you.
Well, folks, SummerSlam 2022, T, as I'm known to say around here.
Indeed.
All that being said, thank you for joining us here at the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast for our predictions and preview of SummerSlam 2022. Folks, this was recorded right before SmackDown late Thursday evening, so God only knows what's going to happen between now and then. But folks, Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. I hope every last one of you makes it back to the Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast happy, healthy, much the wiser. I am your King of Extreme, Phil KOE, the man of the hour, the man with the power, the man that makes you the podcast cower, the prince and potentate of the political parlance, the lord of the Scottish Highlands, and one damn handsome man, if I do say so myself. I am signing off and handing it off. You can find me at KOE Nation on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. T, take it away.
Folks, look, like I said before, I'm a humble champion. I'm a fighting champion. I'm the longest reigning champion. I have the most title wins. I have the longest reign.
You also have the shortest reign.
I have the shortest reign. Look, I have all the accolades that there are to have of the RWP. And I'm telling you verbatim, look, I don't love my chances heading into Saturday, heading into SummerSlam. We're in uncharted waters, but I'm looking at my picks. I think I'll be okay. Look, whether I retain or I don't, it doesn't matter. We've got many more months of WWE programming to come ahead, and it's going to be absolutely insane because Vince McMahon is no longer at the helm of it. So you really kind of have to take it with a grain of salt, and it is very, very strange. Very, very strange. So, again, I am Tony G. Thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you on Saturday for WWE SummerSlam 2022. Like, share, subscribe, and we will see you then.
And see if it just smooths itself out.
Back, tell you what I'll do. If I ever get back, I promise to refabricate you, raging rivers of gold. That's what the brochure advertised. And now we're lost, we gotta take it down.